Evan, I think you just made Akiva's week. Oh, and Harvey's here too, but Evan's here. That's... Oh, yeah. I remember. Good evening, everyone. Good Shabbos. So it was very important that I had... Wow, one of the lights aren't on. It's too dark in here. It was very important that I had technology tonight because I have a few things that I need to show you guys. And if I didn't have technology, you wouldn't be able to see it. And they're cute, so you want to see it. So we'll begin like we always do. I will give the microphone to Susan so she can go around. Oh, she already has a microphone. Okay. So anything that happened between last Shabbat and this Shabbat, good things that happened. I'm going to go first just because I don't ever usually get to do that. No, I don't need the microphone. I found out today that Rochelle Brauman is going to be going to the biennial with me. Not with me, but we're going to be at the biennial together, which means that I will have someone to sit with at Friday night Shabbat dinner. So if anybody's interested in learning more about the biennial, you can see Rochelle or me. Raise your hand if you've been to biennial before. Any of the people that have been, you can see them. It's a wonderful opportunity to really meet all the new wonderful performers in our movement, as well as they have a huge exhibition hall called the Expo, where they have anything you could possibly think about purchasing and all the things that you couldn't think about purchasing. It's literally like the size of one of those huge, if you've ever been to a county fair and they have those big expo halls, multiply that times 2, and everything is beautiful. And they have opportunities for prayers, for services. 5,000 people having Shabbat services together is pretty awesome. Plus, they have learning opportunities. It's just a really great time. And you don't have to go outside. So don't worry about being in Philly in the middle of December, because you don't have to go outside. But now, please.
I was sad that I couldn't go to Nashville and meet my brother-in-law, but then we decided to go to St. Augustine for 4 days, and I learned a whole bunch of stuff about Florida and our country. So I had a great time with husband Hollick.
With your husband? Okay, good. Did you go to the Ripley's, believe it or not?
Wax Museum was much better than Ripley's.
Yeah, I agree. But back when I was in college, and we always stayed in St. Augustine for the Georgia-Florida game, I was the marching band. The Wax Museum didn't exist at that point. Okay. Nothing like going to Ripley's, believe it or not, after drinking all night long.
Roxanne and I celebrated our 31st anniversary on the 19th.
Mazel tov. Mazel tov. How many did you say, 36? 31.
Went to my grandniece's first birthday and naming ceremony in Denver last week, and my niece's rabbi flew in from Ames City. So very nice ceremony.
Excellent. Mazel tov.
My son came in, he's resting now, so he's at home, and he's going to drive me up to his home in Raleigh.
Excellent.
He's going to do the driving. Works for me.
Hey, you get to sleep.
Anybody here? Anyone else here? Okay, moving.
My nephew Ben Grasberg came down for a long weekend, visit with us, and we're going out to play golf tomorrow and hope to have a wonderful day. It's Susan's brother's son.
I am happy to be back, having survived the treacherous mountain roads of Jamaica.
Did you drink lots of Red Stripe?
That's for tourists. Sorry.
What'd she say? That's for.
She said that's for tourists.
That's for tourists. Yeah. Well, just so you know, I had one when I was there. It wasn't very good.
So hopefully I won't forget all of them. So first of all, a shout out to the community here in Ocala. South Marion High School's been open for 2 weeks to an amazing start. The students are well prepared and they've done an incredible job getting that school ready for the 1,800 kids. Our grandson, Prince, has made his middle school soccer team. Our future daughter-in-law got her job offer today to work in a medical office, so we're excited about that. And then I also want to thank Dr. Taub. He probably doesn't know this, but he helped recommend me for the Jewish Federation North Central Florida. So I just want to give a shout out to Dr. Taub and for the work we're going to do in North Central Florida for the Jewish community.
You know, I get nervous when someone says they're giving a shout out to Dr. Taub, knowing what he does. I'm glad that was the reason that you thanked him.
My birthday was Sunday.
She turned 84.
My birthday was Tuesday.
I'm not going to even guess. Go ahead. I'm just trying to get this stuff to work. Technology is amazing when it works.
Okay. Our oldest son and his wife are celebrating 25th anniversary, wedding anniversary this week, and Larry and I will be celebrating our 66th wedding anniversary.
Did you say 66? Wow. Your marriage is older than I am, and then some.
And I have one. Our great-nephew Nathaniel and our great-niece Lilith both started kindergarten.
Excellent. Well, let's just hope the technology stays with us today.
I'm picking up my kids from camp this week. I'm picking up my kids from camp this week, and I know, like so many other Jewish parents that are also going to get their kids back this week and next week and even the week after, I have an absolute pit in my stomach. And reentry is hard. If you went to camp, you know reentry is hard. But I think now more than ever, it is harder more than ever for these kids. And I'm just sick about like the world that they're coming back to. And I'm so grateful of where they've been for the last 4. Camp was the greatest gift that my parents ever gave me. Like, hands down, I could not imagine a better gift. And I know that it's the greatest gift that we've been able to give our kids as well. And, you know, besides the fact that they're coming off of many weeks without with their friends and just being with their friends, they're day in and day out. Coming back last year.
We're going to continue in our service with the singing of B'Tselem Elohim by Dan Nichols, and maybe we will. If we don't, then we'll think of something else. This is why you guys pay me the big dollars, with the sweat coming down my head right now. Why does this never happen when someone from the foundation is here? Let's see this. Let's hope this works.
And thought this would be great that we could do. And what's nice about this song is there's a lot of repetition. So even if you never heard the song before, I think you're going to be safe. And the goal here is that we sing together. Let's warm up by singing "Yeah" 20 times. Here we go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, you sound good. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. We all got a life to live. We all got a gift to give. Just open your heart and let it We all got a song to sing, just open your heart and let it out. Yeah, when I reach out to you and you to me, we become B'Tselem Elohim. And when we share our hopes and our dreams, each one of us B'Tselem Elohim. You sound good, and someone's singing some harmony. Let's take advantage of that. You know part one of the chorus now. Here's the harmony. When I reach out to you and you, B'Tselem Elohim. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hopes and B'Tselem Elohim. Let's try both parts. Pick a part and sing it out. When I reach out to you and you to me, B'Tselem Elohim, we become B'Tselem Elohim. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When we share our hopes and our B'Tselem, each one of us B'Tselem Elohim. Verse 2, tale to tell, speak it well. We all got a tale to tell. We all want to speak it well. Just open your heart and let it out. Good. We all got a mountain to climb. We all got a truth to find. Just open your heart and let it out. Yeah, here we go. When I reach out to you and you to me, B'Tselem Elohim, B'Tselem Elohim. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When we share our hopes and our B'Tselem, each one of us B'Tselem Elohim. Check out the middle of the room. We got an aisle. That's an opportunity for growth right there. Group A, Group 2, here we go. All right, Group A, you could sing this, you don't have to, but I hope you do. It will be less awkward for me if you do sing. Try this. In the beginning, God created. Over and over. Group 2 can sing with A. Bereshit bara. Good. Elohim. Group A, keep going. You sing this. Bereshit bara. Elohim. All our hopes, all our dreams. Bereshit bara. Elohim. Each one of us. B'Tselem Elohim. Bereshit bara. Elohim. All our hopes, all our dreams. Bereshit bara. Elohim. Each one of us. B'Tselem Elohim. In the beginning, God created. What are you going to create? What can you bring to the world that's good and holy? When I reach out to you and you to me, we become B'Tselem Elohim. When we share our hopes and our dreams, each one of us B'Tselem Elohim. Each one of us B'Tselem Elohim. Each one of us B'Tselem Elohim. Each one of us B'Tselem Elohim.
So if you go to Biennial, you will see Dan Nichols, who will be headlining as he always does, and you may see him teaching this song, much like he did tonight to us. Now we have our candle blessings, and I'd like to invite up Terry and Chuck Nusinoff. We are on page 2 or on the screen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Sorry, I didn't tell Terry to use her teacher voice, but it was definitely on. No, he didn't think the microphone was on. She's a teacher, folks. She doesn't usually talk that quiet. We continue on page 5 with the singing of our Kiddush. Please rise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho B'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim, ki vanu v'acharta Ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim Ve'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat L'chaim. Please be seated. You're wearing white. Please don't spill it. We are on page 8. I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics, and no services, but I need them. Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other, to work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illumine all of us and to bring that vision to life. Now, another video. I hope it works. At least we'll get part of it, if nothing else. Or maybe we'll get none of it. We'll do our best. 1, 2, 3.
I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over yonder, I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over yonder, I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody sing. I want Somebody somebody sing. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over somebody somebody pray over yonder.
Somebody pray.
I want to hear somebody pray down in the valley and over yonder. I want to hear somebody pray. 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 Somebody pray.
They will also be headlining at the Biennial, but a few days before they're headlining at the Biennials, they'll be headlining right here on December the 8th. Tickets will be on sale for that to come later on. So, and now it doesn't want to do anything. We're now on page 15. Please join with me on the bottom. A psalm. Sing to Adonai a new song, for God has worked wonders. God's right hand, God's holy arm has won God victory. Adonai has manifested God's victory, has displayed God's triumph in the sight of the nations. God was mindful of God's steadfast love and faithfulness toward the house of Israel. All the ends of the earth beheld the victory of our God. Praise be break into joyous songs of praise. We continue on page 18. And let's read together. Y'all did such a good job. A psalm of Adonai. Ascribe to Adonai, O divine beings. Ascribe to Adonai glory and strength. Ascribe to Adonai the glory of God's name. Bow down to Adonai, majestic in holiness. The voice of Adonai is over the waters. The God of glory thunders. Adonai over the mighty waters. The voice of Adonai is power. The voice of Adonai is majesty. The voice of Adonai breaks cedars. Adonai shatters the cedars of Lebanon. God makes Lebanon skip like a calf, Syrian like a young wild ox. We continue on page 20 with the singing of Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi likrat Ocala, Pnei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi likrat Ocala, Pnei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi likrat Ocala, Pnei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi likrat Ocala, Shabbat nikabela.
We continue with the Chatzi Kaddish on page 26. Please rise. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah v'yamad divrak yerutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uv'izman kariv V'yimeru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach, Le'olam U'Lalmei Almaya, Yitbarach, Yitbarach, V'yishtabach, V'yitpa'ar, V'yitramam, V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitaleh, V'yitalal, Shmei de Kudesha Brichu Le'elam in Kol Berchata V'Shirata Tushbechata V'Nechemata Damiran Bialma V'Yimeru Amen. Continue with the Baruch Hu. Please be seated. We continue with the singing of Roll Into Dark. Let's see if you guys remember the hand motions from last year.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Oreo v'layla, bolelo mipnei choshech, bolelo mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Oreo v'layla,
We continue with the singing of Ahavat Olam, which is on page 32.
Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta, otanu limadeta. Aken Adonai Eloheinu b'shachbeinu, ufkumeinu nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed, ki hem chayenu, ve'orech yameinu, uvahem neged yomam v'layla, neged yomam v'layla, ve'ahavata al tasir, mimenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael, Ohev amo Yisrael.
Please rise for the Shema on page 34, and we will be singing "And Thou Shalt Love" after the Shema instead of Ve'ahavta. So as soon as we're done with Shema, I'll do one of these, and we'll go right into "And Thou Shalt Love."
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod. shall be for frontless between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house,
But not on Shabbat.
and upon your gates, and upon your gates, that you may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
We continue on page 39. Let's read responsively, please. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered at Sinai. We bound ourselves to your way. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Michamocha, page 40. We continue with the singing of Hashkivenu on page 42.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom V'hamidenu Malkeinu L'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom V'hashkivenu ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. והשכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והשכיבנו מלכנו
We're going to continue on page 44 with the singing of Vashamru. But we're going to let the singers drink some water first.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Please rise for the Amidah, page 46. Adonai, sefaitai tiftach, ufi agite hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekone hakol, vezocher chastei avot ve'imahot, umevi geula livnei v'neihem, lema'an shmo bi'ahava, melech ozer u'moshia u'magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol atah rav lehoshia. Morid hatah, Mechalkel chaim bechesed, Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim. So mech noflim verofei cholim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato, lishenei afar, michamocha ba'al gevurot, umido melach, Melech memit u'mechaye u'matzmiach Yeshua v'ne'eman atah lahachayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai mechaye hakol Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh u'kadoshim b'chol yom yihallelu Selah Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. Please be seated. When I look out into the world today, I am not satisfied. I see ignorance, I see poverty, I see a lack of recognition. Why have so many forgotten the other? There seems to never be enough, but surely that cannot be. Shabbat is supposed to bring us peace. Pause. In today's world of war and hatred, how can we be satisfied? Are we delusional, or do we not care anymore? Let Shabbat be a time when we pause and reflect. Let Shabbat be a time for us to be shaken. Let Shabbat be a time to remember our history. Let Shabbat be a reminder of what we can do, not just what we have done. God, help us to recognize that our sanctuaries cannot truly be a sanctuary until it proves sanctuary for all of God's children. Justice, truth, reality, these are our responsibilities. Even on Shabbat, we must work to do better. Remind us that Shabbat is not a time to sit back and ignore. Let Shabbat be a time for us to be awoken. Let Shabbat be a time for us to get out and act. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. We continue with the singing of Ritzei on page 61.
Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu, Be'amcha Yisrael, U'tefilatam be'ahava tekabel, U'tefilei ratzon tamid avodat
We're going to take a few moments now for our own silent thoughts and prayers, our own silent connections, words with God. And we will continue in just a few moments with the Oseh Shalom, which is on page 62.
Oseh Shalom b'mromav, Uyaseh Shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom b'mromav, Uyaseh Shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom b'mromav, Uyaseh Shalom aleinu. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Oseh Shalom b'mromav, Uyaseh Shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom b'mromav, Uyaseh Shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom b'mromav, Uyaseh Shalom aleinu. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
We come now in our service to the moment in which we think of all of those in our community who are in need of healing, whether it be mind, body, or spirit. We have the list that we have every week. If there is a name that you would like to add to our prayers of healing this Shabbat, I invite you to please raise your hand, and I'll remember, follow my eyes.
Daniel Kara, Jody Haas.
Follow my eyes, Barbara. Cindy.
Jerry Siegel, Alicia and Eli, and Kevin Kalor.
John Coon.
Wayne Nelson. Richard Bruckner, Marty Bruckner, and Stephanie Benedict.
Linda Tush.
Abby Withrow.
Wyatt Thompson.
Barbara Goldberg.
I'm not, I don't believe that this is going to play all the way through. And rather than do that, let's just turn our prayer books to page 253, and we'll sing Misha Berach together. Misha Berach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Le'imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishe Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha La'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Camp Coleman is special. Camp Coleman is beautiful, magical, amazing,
unique. Camp is one big family.
Camp Coleman is home.
Friendship.
Peaceful. Impactful. Love. Foundation.
Camp is perfect. Camp Coleman is community.
Community.
A very holy community.
Community, or Kehillah if you want to use the Hebrew. Camp Coleman is a Reformed Jewish camp, and it is home to hundreds of campers, staff, faculty, and community members every summer.
There's something for everybody here.
Getting to go all around camp, see the beautiful nature, and do all the super fun activities. I most definitely get to try new things.
My favorite activity is getting to swim in the lake. I think my favorite part is there's so many people that you can go to if you ever need something.
Camp Coleman is wrapped in its core values, which are kavod, respect or honor, chesed, which is loving kindness, shalom, peace, and kehillah, the community.
My favorite part is connections I've made with the people I've grown up with.
It's like Disney World. The magic's everywhere. Anywhere you go, there is going to be something that you're going to enjoy and people that you're going to love.
Meeting people like camp just feels like you know them for your whole life.
Coming to camp just completely changed my perspective on like what a friend really means and what it means to be close to somebody. Being a part of a community like this is something I have not found in any other space.
I truly believe after a super short amount of time, I felt home only because of people.
What's beautiful about the Judaism at camp is that people have this shared experience. It's rooted in everything that we do here. It is a Jewish experience just to be here at Camp Coleman.
My favorite part about the Judaism at Coleman is everyone's included in every way possible.
I feel more connected with God every time I'm here.
I really enjoy services, praying with everybody.
You just feel so together and connected.
Especially during Shabbat, we all come together.
Doing the Shabbat all around camp, all of us together, singing, and then going to the Hillman for service. Nothing feels more like family.
The mission statement is to create, to help foster Jewish identity in children. And we do it through an extraordinary camp experience.
Once you experience that, you can just come here and be yourself. You'll know what it means to be at camp.
The feeling that I get when I'm here cannot be replicated anywhere else.
I encourage everybody to come and experience this.
It's the most incredible feeling every single day.
Camp is the best.
It's like my second home.
It builds who you are.
I love camp. I would recommend it to anybody. If you come here, you will have the best summer of your life.
You know, for you adults who are out there going, I want to go, I want to go. They do hire adults in jobs at camp. Not, I don't think any of you want to be a counselor, But they have other jobs in the kitchen, driving, in the office, in the different sports areas. If you're a nurse or a doctor of any kind, they would very much love to have you at camp. The next video that I'm going to show, it's only a minute long. It is a TikTok, I apologize in advance, video. It's AI, but it's beautiful.
So, your kid goes to Camp Coleman in Cleveland, Georgia? Mazel, that says a lot about you. It says you love Judaism with volume and joy, choreography, and probably at least 3 tie-dye shirts drying on your fence right now. Let's start with the starter pack. Oversized t-shirt, athletic shorts, Birkenstocks, or beat-up Nike running shoes. A ponytail that's been through something. And a tank top with or over the t-shirt. Fashion choices are fluid at camp. Camp Coleman, it's a vibe, a foresty, musical, spiritually sweaty, Shabbat on the mountain kind of vibe. You know what it says when your kid goes here? It says you're down with no visiting day, no 3-hour car parade, no bagels, no folding chairs. You drop them off, you drive away, and you pray the bug spray holds. But oh, the memories. Friday night song sessions, spiritual mosh pit. There's Israeli dancing, shoulder swaying, and that one counselor who goes too hard during Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Every Israeli staff member is loud, hilarious, has somehow already turned your child into a junior IDF cadet with a friendship bracelet. You wear white on Shabbat, always. You do the Shabbat walk. You eat the chicken and apple brown Betty, and you dance during the prayers like you're at a Jewish summer rave. If your kid didn't get emotional during Hashkivenu, are they even at Coleman? Color War, please. You haven't lived until you've seen Color War break out via Inside Out mac and cheese. Or better yet, a literal helicopter landing in camp. Oh, the drama, the screams, the counselors sobbing with joy like someone just won the lottery. You are not, repeat, not allowed to sing the Chalutzim. 10th grade, cheer unless you are Chalutzim. That is sacred law. Violating it is a social death sentence. We don't mess with Coleman hierarchy, darling. Evenings get wild with super sloppy night, which is exactly what it sounds like, and somehow ends with everyone smiling and covered in pudding. And at the end of camp, your child is sitting in the Chadar Ocala singing, "Never gonna see your friends again," like it's a eulogy for their soul. Tears, red eyes, full emotion. Or on a lighter night, they're playing trivia for dessert, which sounds cute, but is taken very seriously. Someone's crying over cheesecake. So what does it say about you, this Camp Coleman business? It says you like your Shabbat with some stomp. You believe in tradition with a side of mac and cheese chaos. You accept that your child's greatest summer memory might involve Israeli staff members screaming, "Yalla!" while covered in shaving cream. You don't need a visiting day to know your kid is exactly where they belong, because Coleman isn't just camp, it's a movement. It's spirituality with a beat. It's Judaism in the woods with your best friends, 3 bug bites and an apple brown Betty in hand. And your kid, they're part of it. So, your kid goes to Camp Coleman in Cleveland, Georgia? Mazel, that says a lot about you. It says you love Judaism with volume and joy, choreography, and probably at least 3 tie-dye shirts drying on your fence right now. Let's start with
Danica says, how is that AI? Because that woman did not say all those things. Someone paid someone to have that video made. That's a Camp Coleman paid for Camp Coleman to have that. It's if you go to Camp Coleman's Facebook page, you will find that video. That's where I got it from. But it's someone was paid to do that video. Okay, I'm not going to argue with you about AI because you're 11. We're going to now turn our prayer books to page 282, and I invite you to please rise as I invite my children up here to open up the ark doors. Come on. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu ki goye haratzot, velo samanu kimishpachot hadama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'nemar, V'haya Adonai, L'melech al kol haaretz, Bayom hahu, Yeh Adonai echad, Ushemo, echad. Please be seated. As always, we continue to pray for the souls of the October 7th hostages and all of those that were killed since October 7th. The remains of Sergeant First Class Yehuda Katz, the last missing soldier from the June 1982 Sultan Yaqub Battle of the First Lebanon War, was finally returned home. A 4-decade-long saga in Israeli history was brought to a close on Tuesday with his return of his remains. This Shabbat, our congregation commemorates the death anniversaries, the yahrzeits of James Morris Weiner, brother of Stephen Weiner, Betty Lipson, sister of Herbert Brinker, Raymond Spear, father of Diane Hartman, Dr. Charles Shepton, Muriel Malkin, the mother of Marion Taub, David Bosch, remembered father of Rita Hoffman, Alan Adler, brother of Selig Adler, Leonard Rockauer, father of Robert Rockauer, Johnny Zeminski, dear friend of Ruth Stern, Greg Clifton, son of Sarah Clifton, Faye Webman, mother of Stan Webman, Helen Grassberg, mother of Susan Ahern, Sheldon Grief, brother of Harriet Brinker, Matthew Brand, son of Joan Brand, and Anna Isikoff. If there is a name you'd like to add to our prayers of memory this Shabbat, please raise your hand. We rise together as a community and join in the words 294, Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chayechon v'yomechon, U'v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala u'vizman kari v'imru Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mivorach le'olam u'l'olmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kedusha brichu. Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata ta'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru Amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, u'ya'asei shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru Amen. Zichronam livracha, may all their memories be for a blessing as we say together. Amen. Please be seated. And now I'd like to invite up our Vice President, one of our Vice Presidents, Stephen Zuckerman, for some announcements.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Services next Friday night and on September 4th. Services will begin at 7 p.m. High holiday services. The Salikot service will be on September 5th at 7 p.m. Erev Rosh Hashanah on September 11th at 7 p.m. September 12th will be Rosh Hashanah Day 1 service at 10 a.m. and Tashlik services will follow at Shalom Park. Sunday, September 13th, Rosh Hashanah Day 2 at 10 a.m. We're looking for ushers for the high holidays. Please see Ruth Stern, and we'll see she's here tonight, but she is doing a training this Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. High Holiday Interfaith Food Drive will begin in the month of September. More information will follow. TBS fundraising, the yearbook. See Bob Hollick if you're going to make any changes, as they have to be done by September 1st. Also, Alan, you want to talk a little bit about apples and honey?
So, at last board meeting, we discussed this fundraiser that's worked very well up north. You've all gotten little pamphlets on this. So, what we'd like you to do, if you're so inclined, is check off the name of anybody you'd like to send a little bag of apple and honey in advance of Yom Kippur. And it's $7 per name, and hopefully everybody will get a bag and a list of people from whom the gift is given. It's a great fundraiser. It's a great way for you to greet and wish your fellow congregants a Happy New Year. It's going to do very well. It's done very well historically. I want to thank Cindy Stone for taking the bull by the horns and really getting this done quickly and efficiently, and we will refine it and learn from it and do it even better next year.
Thank you, Alan. Break the fast. There's a sign-in sheet in the lobby. It's now called the Horseshoe, not the Donut. So if anyone wants to sign, that's what I was told.
Who made the decision to change the name? Nobody asked me. I mean, Horseshoe makes a lot more sense than Donut because it's not all the way around. But
I'm just reading.
And we are in Ocala too, so
Okay.
I'm going to guess that the president made that decision.
Anyway, this week's Oneg is sponsored by you, the congregation, and this week's Bima Flowers are sponsored by Josh Dunlap in honor of Natasha's birthday, Michelle Kolsky in honor of her daughter Reese and son-in-law Rob Rowe's 20th anniversary, and Alyssa Saperstein in honor of her birthday. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
I have a couple of announcements to also add to that. This was going to be one of them, but now it's not. Heather Lynn, stand up, please. This is Heather Lynn, if you don't know who she is. Okay, she is a member of our congregation. She is a very, very good performer. Very, very good. And she and her band are performing here at our congregation. Tickets are $20. That's it. And $5 goes to interfaith families. Okay? And all of the ticket sales are being given to the temple. Not only that, but Heather's going to be selling merchandise. And all of the proceeds from the merchandise are being given to the temple. Because Heather is very generous and lovely and amazing. If you don't know what she sounds like, you can look her up, Heather Lynn. She's on YouTube. That QR code right there. I describe her as, yes, I played her song Flower People last week. I describe her as Alanis Morissette meets Jerry Garcia meets Joan Baez / Janis Joplin. So the event is Saturday, November 14th at 7 p.m. There will be light snacks here, and we will be doing a 50-50, I believe. Please come to this. It'll be a lot of fun. And she is a bundle of energy, and if you don't already see that. Secondly, you may have seen this on Facebook. I also think I said this in an email. If I didn't, I will. We are having several events during Sukkot this year. They're all in the sukkah, hopefully. First one is, of course, putting up the sukkah. Wednesday, September 23rd. You'll have to remember the dates. It's going to be up there. Wednesday, September 23rd at 5:30 p.m. Any able-bodied person, male, female, or other, please come. Okay? I will be providing pizza, not unkosher pizza, because I am, providing it for a temple event, so there will be vegetables and things like that on the pizza, or plain cheese. We're calling this Pizza in the Hut. But you need to come. You are coming to help us put up the sukkah. and Chuck has volunteered to manage it. Thank you to Wayne O'Mell, who made it very easy to do now. You just have to be someone who's organized, which he's a math teacher, so you know he's organized. Friday night, September 25th, our 6:30 p.m. Shabbat in the Sukkah. Hopefully we will not get rained out like last year. Come and shake the lulav and the etrog, and then, of course, an oneg to follow. Saturday, September 25th. Saturday, September 26th. Tuesday, September 29th, and Wednesday, September 30th. Please join me and my family in the Sukkah at 6:30 for dinner. Bring your own dinner. This is not potluck. This is bring your own. And we're just going to sit down and chat and have some time to hang out together in the Sukkah, since that's what we're supposed to do during Sukkot. And the final event, which I think is the one that's I had a hard time with because there's not a lot of words for game that start with an S. This is strategy, in parentheses, game night in the Sukkah at 6 p.m. Sunday, September 27th. Bring your own games, whatever games you want to play, and we will play games, and we will challenge each other. I believe the goal is to start a game night here at the temple probably once every couple of months. And so this will be the first one, and we'll do it in the Sukkah. If we're too many people, we'll move into the social hall. But you don't have to remember this off the top of your head because it will be all over the place. But just know that we're really trying to make a concerted effort this year, and it'll also be on the screens. Okay, so thank you to our musical people tonight for all of your help. Thank you to technology for stinking as you usually do. If anybody wants to figure out what's going on with the projector system, you need to talk to Ted Williams or Rachel. Ted Williams is the president of OTLS, or Rachel, the president of the temple. As much money as we put into this system, it should not be causing the problems that it is. But we don't want, because the system was so expensive to put in, that means it costs a lot of money to repair it. So if you are technologically capable of diagnosing what the problem is, that would be helpful. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. Let's join together in Hamotzi. Oh, this looks like the challah I just had at my house. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, b'tei avon. Our closing song this evening is something that we need a lot of right now. Od yavo shalom, salam, peace. It's on the screen, and hopefully you'll join with us.
Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam. Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'salam, salam, salam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'salam, salam, salam. Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'salam, salam, salam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'salam. Ojivo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Ojivo Shalom Aleinu. Ojivo Shalom Aleinu. Ojivo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam.
Shabbat Shalom. See you in the Oneg.